I'm in a different location. So you guys know I have a media server. I use Plex to watch all of my media that I rip from Blu-rays and DVDs. But I have a bit of a problem. I have two main sections on my server, movies and TV shows. Movies I'm covered, got plenty of those, like over 1,300 now I think. TV shows, however, I'm barely cracking 200. I gotta get more TV shows on my Plex server. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this collection video, complete TV show collection. One thing, I've never done this before. Two, I want to see everything that I've got to actually put on my media server at some point. Aside from the various Star Wars television shows that you guys saw in the complete Blu-ray collection video a few weeks ago, this is every single Blu-ray and DVD of any TV show that I own right now, whether that be a complete series, whether that be a couple of seasons, whether that be just one season. Everything is here for you. Except for children's TV shows. You're not going to see any, like, here's Kipper the dog or Thomas and Friends or anything like that. This is all just television shows that would show up on my Plex Media server if I would ever get my ass in gear and just rip 24/7. And by the end of the video, you'll find out what this weird location that I'm in is, so stick around to that. This is definitely not a ploy to get you to watch till the end of the video. Definitely not. No, not that at all. I would never do that to you. So without further ado, here is my complete TV show collection for 2024. So starting my TV show collection, we're starting with what I like to call unprocessed inventory. This is stuff that I'm either in the process of ripping to put on my Plex server, or I haven't started to rip yet, or I don't own complete series of, and I plan to rip very soon in the future. Just a whole mismatch of stuff here that hasn't been processed into the entire collection just yet. So we'll start up here. The first season of Gilligan's Island, along with Season 2. Don't have Season 3 yet and haven't started ripping those. Community, first season I have up to, there's number 2, there's 3, 4, I have up to 5. 6 for some reason is really expensive on the secondary market, probably because it was exclusive to a weird streaming platform. But I haven't finished ripping that yet. But I do have all 5, the first 5 seasons of Community. Bones, this was a Goodwill purchase. I don't know anything about this show, but I have seasons 1, 2, and 3 all from Goodwill. A lot of my TV shows come from Goodwill. That's why you'll see some random stuff in here, like Volume 1 of America's Funniest Home Videos. Again, another Goodwill purchase. Beetlejuice animated show. That was a half-price books find. For pretty cheap, too. I think it was like $20 for 4 seasons of a show that hasn't been released on physical media in a few years. Plus, I bought it when the new movie was coming out. So, the first volume of Darkwing Duck. Sorry, I'm trying to get this glare out of the way from my light. That was a pawn shop purchase, I believe. Black Sails, the complete series. A.D., The Bible Continues. That obviously came from Half Price Books, still has the sticker on it. RoboDoc, the creation of RoboCop. I picked this up during Prime Day, along with The Boys Season 3. Second season of Icons Unearthed. The first season was on Star Wars, and this one is on The Simpsons. Scrubs, I've got the first season, Season 2, Season 5, and then Season 6. There's 7 seasons of this show, so I'm missing 3 of them. These came from various places, Goodwill, pawn shops. This one, of course, came from Half Price Books. Wolverine and the X-Men, I have volumes 1, 2, 5, and 6, which I'll show you here. There's 1, 2, 5, and 6. Missing 2 and 4. But once I get those, that'll be the whole show. Moonlighting, Bruce Willis's first big acting role. I found the complete series of Moonlighting at a Goodwill, and for some reason, the first and second season combo box set here is really expensive online. There's Season 3, Season 4, so that was a really cool find. And then I also found the complete series of Quantum Leap. You are only seeing Seasons 4 and 5 here. 1, 2, and 3 are in another location. You'll see those later. Those have already been ripped and put on the media server. Those have not been ripped yet. 30 Rock, we've got Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, and 7 are kind of hard to find just by themselves. In fact, I don't even know if they got releases on their own. I think you can only find those in the complete series set from, I think Mill Creek released that. Mill Creek or Shout Factory. I've got up to season 3 ripped and on my Plex server now, and then seasons 5, 6, and 7 the library had, so I don't need to find those. They're on my media server right now. So honestly, once I get done with that, I may end up selling these, because I don't really need just 4 seasons of a show. Freaks and Geeks, the complete series from Shout Factory, that came from Half Price Books. This was a Goodwill purchase. This Is Us. Again, Goodwill and TV shows go hand in hand with me. I haven't ripped this yet, and you can tell because it's still sealed. That was cool to find for $1. The Jetsons, the complete series. Hope loves this show. I tried to get copies from my local library, but all the ones that they had were scratched up, and I couldn't get all the episodes off of the discs, so I just went ahead and paid $10 for this at a game exchange, and now I have the whole series. The first season of Alias, I believe this came from a flea market, Goodwill type thing, not too sure. But Coach, that came from Half Price Books, the complete series from Mill Creek. It's in this weird box. You take the top off here, and then there's how the discs are stored. Not exactly the greatest way to store your discs, but it is nice to have this. I think I got this for like $25, and it was quote-unquote sealed. It was in really bad shape when I broke the seal on it, but it's fine now. So that's the unprocessed inventory section. Eventually, all of this will be on the media server. I don't plan on keeping all of this once it is on the media server. I do plan on selling off quite a bit of this. Like I said, 30 Rock, I don't plan on keeping those once they're all ripped. I don't know about Scrubs or Community or anything like that. Bones I'll probably get rid of once that's ripped. As far as like complete series and stuff, like that's definitely staying. Freaks and Geeks definitely staying. Jetsons, of course. If I have it in a complete series set, it's more than likely not at the risk of being sold off. So moving on from the quote-unquote unprocessed inventory, we move on to this little cube shelf that I actually got from Hope. She didn't need it anymore, and she gave it to me. This is next to my desk. We've got up here my Mandalorian / Book of Boba Fett shelf there, with a whole bunch of action figures on there. Still need to paint that throne, by the way. But below it is what starts my Blu-ray TV show section. These are some of my absolute favorite shows. Like, for example, Arrow. Got all 8 seasons of that. The first 2 seasons are Blu-ray and DVD combo packs, and then the other seasons are just Blu-ray. It was a bit of a controversial show. It had some down spots, season 3. But overall, I think it was really good for what it tried to do. And it launched the whole Arrowverse over on the CW network, which is now no longer a thing. The Bible miniseries from 20th Century Fox right there. This series is really good if you ever want a comprehensive guide just to what happens in the Bible, but you're too lazy to actually read the actual Bible, which you should do. I mean, it's God's Word. You should definitely read the original text, but this show here is actually really good and very accurate to what actually happened. I would also recommend this book called The Story. I'll throw a picture of it up here. It retells the events of the Bible, but in chronological order, because if you've ever read the Bible, it's not in chronological order, and it can be kind of frustrating sometimes. Better Call Saul! Absolutely fantastic lawyer show. Just love everything about this series. And then its parent series, Breaking Bad. I mean, what isn't there to say about Breaking Bad now? It's one of my favorite shows. I'm actually in the middle of season 4 right now. I'm going through my yearly rewatch of the show. Then I start Better Call Saul after that. It's just how I do things. Hey, look, the Blu-rays are gone now, and oh my gosh, I had DVDs behind them the whole time. You definitely couldn't tell, though, because, Blu-rays are smaller than DVDs, but you couldn't see them. Just act like you couldn't see them. Dirty Jobs. This show's really fun. I like Mike Rowe, big fan of his work, and the show is just fun to sit back and watch on a rainy day or something. I've got season 2 and then 2 collections, which collect a whole bunch of random episodes. This series called Extreme Trains from the History Channel. It only got 1 season. It's only 8 episodes long, but it's really cool. It's this dude named Matt who apparently like grew up loving trains and now like goes around the United States, just rides random trains to different places. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely find a way to track it down because it's a fun show. Probably my favorite show of all time. It's definitely one that I watch a lot. Seinfeld. I don't know if I ever told you guys how I first got into Seinfeld. Maybe I've talked about it on like a live stream or something, but so my parents owned seasons 1, 2, and 3 over here. One day while them and my brother were out somewhere, I was home alone and I was poking around in my basement. You know, that's what you normally do when your parents are gone. You go through their stuff. And I found a box of old movies that they owned. Among them was Little House on the Prairie Season 1, Twister on VHS, and Seinfeld Seasons 1 through 3. And I vaguely remembered my parents watching these DVDs when I was younger. So I thought, hey, this looks interesting. I'll pop a few of these discs in and see what the show's all about. I watched probably 10, 12 episodes in one day. I instantly fell in love with the show. I was way too young, though. I was maybe like 11 or 12. I hope this doesn't get me demonetized, but Seinfeld was where I heard the word lesbian for the first time. But yeah, I've got all of Seinfeld here. Season 6, it bugs me because it's the only one that's in a standard DVD case. But honestly, though, I wouldn't mind owning the whole series in that smaller keep case there because it takes up way less room than these big ones do. But that is that shelf. One last group before we leave my room. I have to talk about my screeners. Sometimes places like Netflix and Hulu will mail out these screener DVDs to various critics around award season. They don't do this much anymore. Everything is now sent via email links and you can only stream the content like once or twice. But it is cool to have screener copies and physical copies of some of these episodes. So for instance, something like the Defenders, which is definitely not getting a physical media release at any point in time. Cool to have a couple of episodes of this show on physical media. I can't remember which episodes are included here. They should be printed on the disc. So we've got episodes 1, 2, and 4 of the Defenders show. I don't know why they didn't just put the entire show on this disc or split it into 2 discs, but you get 3 random episodes from the Defenders. And here's the Punisher, also from Netflix. Which episodes are included here? Oh, it's even worse for the Punisher. All you get is episode 1 and 12. It's so random. Like, yeah, of course you throw in the pilot there, but then why would you just throw in the second to last episode? It's so odd. And then I believe this is Jessica Jones season 2, I think. Because the first season, they just mailed out the whole series. And for season 2, 4 episodes. Okay, let's go. 7, 10, 11, and 13. What a random assortment of episodes. You didn't even get the pilot episode for season 2. It's just a random assortment of episodes there. And then this guy is brand new. Well, not brand new per se. Brand new for this year. I've had those screeners for quite a while. This is a CBS Emmy screener set from 2018. I found this at a Goodwill. It's in this lovely hard case here. Pull out all of the screener DVDs here. You get all kinds of cool stuff inside here. We'll put that on the bottom there. So the shows that you get are Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and you get a couple of episodes per show for these releases. Jane the Virgin, American Vandal, Carpool Karaoke and Drop the Mic, Our Cartoon President, The Late Late Show with James Corden, ew. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, again, ew. And then The Good Fight. Look at that. CBS All Access. That was before... Oh, come on. Focus for me, camera. There we go. CBS All Access. That was before Paramount Plus was a thing. And back when it was called CBS All Access. Oh, man. And you get a couple of episodes per disc. Again, you don't get full seasons or anything. I think for The Good Fight, you got like 3 episodes. And then for these Late Late Show ones, you got 1 episode. Our Cartoon President has 1 episode. But I think for the rest of them, you get 2 or 3. So for like, I think I paid 99 cents for this guy, so like $1.06 after tax. It's a really cool set to have. It is from CBS, and I don't agree with them politically in any way, shape, or form, but it is really cool to have this set here. And it's especially cooler because I'm not supposed to have this. You weren't supposed to sell these. They were given to the press, private home viewing, and then I guess you were supposed to like keep them forever or get rid of them in some other way. But I'm not supposed to have this set, so it's nice to have. I'm not supposed to have these either, so it's like I own contraband. Ooh. Hey, look, this should look familiar to you. We took a look at my Steelbooks and my Kino Lorbers, my Criterions, and my Arrow videos a few weeks ago. And now, this middle shelf that I skipped over had the rest of my TV shows on Blu-ray on it. That's the secret, the big secret I was keeping from you. Haha, y'all had no idea I was keeping such a big and momentous secret. So starting off, we've got all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. 7 and 8 are on top there because they wouldn't fit on here in the current configuration of this shelf. I believe these are all the original releases. They're all just on Blu-ray. None of them are 4K. I do have House of the Dragon on 4K, though. I believe I got that at a Half Price Books, ironically enough, half off sale. We have Westworld Seasons 1, 2, and 4, still missing 3. For some reason, everyone on eBay wants to sell that for an exuberant price, maybe because the show was pulled from Max. This show called Bored to Death, the complete first season, The Chosen Season 1, Chuck Season 1, Veep Season 1 from the UK, this miniseries called Jesus of Nazareth. Funny enough, it was released by Shout Factory. Complete series of Firefly, Rick and Morty seasons 1 through 5. This is complete seasons 1 through 3, and then 4 and 5 are by themselves. Daredevil, the complete first season. The Boys seasons 1 and 2. Batman, the animated series, and Batman Beyond. The Watchmen TV show. Titan season 1. Lethal Weapon season 1. Seasons 1 through 6 of Duck Dynasty, Adventure Time seasons 4 and 5, first season of Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, America the Story of Us, The Legend of Korra complete series, Avatar complete series, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt complete series. And up here, oh, there's Rick and Morty season 6. I forgot that was up there. I was like, I didn't want to say it earlier if I couldn't find it, but yeah, Rick and Morty season 6. I need to put that in here somewhere. We also have Laugh It Up, Fuzzball, Family Guy Trilogy. That's the parodies of Star Wars. Sherlock Season 1 on 4K. I found that at a Big Lots, funny enough. A complete series of Up All Night, which is a little-known show starring Christina Applegate and Will Arnett, as well as Maya Rudolph there. It's actually really funny. It only lasted 2 seasons, and the Blu-ray of this can be picked up for rather cheap, so I would highly suggest checking this unknown sitcom out. It was kind of ahead of its time. And I should also mention, there's a bonus disc back there for Season 5 of Game of Thrones I found at a Goodwill. I've also got Stranger Things 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, but these don't sit anywhere. They just kind of sit off here to the side. They don't really have a spot on my shelves because they're oversized. They're supposed to be like homages to VHS tapes, which is a really cool idea, but it makes them kind of a pain to store, as you can see. Oh look, another shelf that we've seen previously. This shelf down here contains a whole bunch of complete series stuff of a whole bunch of different shows. And look, there's Hopper and 11 from Stranger Things. And starting off in this stack, we have The Office Digital Short Collection. These were produced, I believe, around the time of like season 6 and 7. Superstore complete series. Orange is the New Black, the complete series. Then down here, The Incredible Hulk complete series. Shazam, the complete series. A lot of people don't know, but Shazam did get a live-action television show back in the 70s, years before Zachary Levi played the role. Last Man Standing, the complete series. I think this is a bootleg. I don't know. I bought it off eBay. All the discs play fine, so I just wanted the show. Parks and Recreations. The Office, of course. After the show was removed from Netflix, I, like many people, went out and bought this set. And then there's the original British Office. That's the complete series and the Christmas special. And then behind all that stuff, we've got all 9 seasons of the middle, all in individual cases. Down here, there's the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. We have Doug, the complete series, Hey Arnold, The Angry Beavers, Rocko's Modern Life, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, and Cat Dog. Hey, all my Nicktoons complete series are together. That's fun. The Flash TV show from the 90s. I don't know if this is the Jackass complete series or not. It doesn't say complete series on it. It says Jackass the box set. So if anyone could tell me what's on these discs, because I haven't actually watched them or ripped them, put them on my media server or anything like that. If this is the complete series, awesome. If not, if it's just a random collection of episodes, that's fine too. And the only TV shows I have here in the guest room, because they wouldn't fit anywhere else, complete series of One Tree Hill. This is show number 27 that Hope and I have started and not finished because she gets bored with shows easily. I bought the whole series and then she said, I don't want to watch it anymore. And I said, but I spent all this money on the complete series. It's fine, they were cheap. And then we've got 2 seasons of Impractical Jokers. Probably came from Half Price Books or Goodwill. I never find this show anywhere anymore, not even at Half Price Books. And then the first season of Everybody Loves Raymond. I should probably sell this first season. It's just sitting here not doing anything, and I'm not going to collect the rest of the show because if the library has all the other seasons, they're all in good shape. I don't need the other seasons. And then look, it's the video game guide to Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. That's fun. Okay, you guys caught me in a lie. I completely forgot about this last drawer that has a whole bunch of random what-the-hell-ever stuff. I don't have a place for these yet. Technically there is a place, but you guys haven't seen that yet in the video. That's at the end. I just haven't moved these yet, but they are here in the guest room, in this dresser thing. I will eventually have to move these out to make room for more Blu-rays. I already know. But anyway, here's the rest of it. We've got Adventure Time, all the other seasons that aren't 4 and 5. Why do I only have 4 and 5 on Blu-ray and I haven't upgraded the rest? I don't know. I like Adventure Time. It's not one of my favorite shows, though. It is nice to have, but I don't need to upgrade that to Blu-ray necessarily. Watch New Scooby-Doo, Seasons 1 and 2. The classic Nicktoon right here, SpongeBob. We've got complete first season. I don't have my slipcase for that. I lost that years ago. The complete second season. Complete second season. Come on, everyone who's my age knows that commercial. Third season, Season 4, Volumes 1 and 2, Season 5, Volumes 1 and 2, and Season 6, Volumes 1 and 2. For the longest time as a kid, I only had Volume 2 of Season 4, Volume 2 of Season 5, and Volume 1 of Season 6. As an adult, I've rectified that mistake. The finale of the 2003 Ninja Turtles series, Turtles Forever, Penguins of Madagascar stuff. There's never been a complete series release for the show, so I just have a bunch of random compilation DVDs for it. I've got Operation Blowhole, the bonus disc from the Escape to Africa 2-pack, the Operation DVD Premiere DVD, Happy King Julian Day. This isn't a TV show. This is a special Merry Madagascar. How'd that end up in there? A Very Perry Christmas, Phineas and Ferb compilation. I was never a huge fan of Phineas and Ferb. I know, probably sacrilege to admit here, but my parents did buy this for me for Christmas one year. And then Lego Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures, complete seasons 1 and 2. That's the whole show right there. And then the whole first season of The Looney Tunes Show. Extremely underrated. You guys need to watch that show. It's very funny. I wish season 2 had got a release. It's an absolute crime that season 2 is not out on physical media. And now we are in an area of my house I don't think you guys have ever seen. We're in my basement right now. It is a complete mess down here, and I am sure my parents would kill me if I showed you the state of it right now. So we're only going to focus on this shelf here. This is a shelf that I found at a Goodwill, surprisingly, right? And I'm saving it for Hope and I's future home. So it lives down here right now, and it houses the rest of my television shows. This is stuff that I have ripped and put on my server and everything that I don't need immediate access to. So if we look down here, That is the original theatrical serial collection for Superman from, I believe, 1948, I think is when that came out. I'll show you all the front cover of it. It's a pretty awesome set. It includes both of the Superman serials from the 1940s. You got Superman and then Superman versus Atom Man. Haven't seen either of them in full, but really nice to have that set. I would like to get the 1940s Batman serial to go with it. The first season of The West Wing. Alcatraz. I love how that's branded as the complete series that only got one season, so that's season 1. Master Show. This is a show from HBO starring Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. It's the complete first and second seasons of that show there. I love me some Bob Odenkirk, so anything from his early years I am definitely down to watch. The entire series of Home Improvement, all in their individual cases. My parents actually got me the first season of Home Improvement for Christmas years ago, probably over a decade and a half ago, and I've never forgotten that. That was a really nice gift for them to get me. The 3 seasons of The Muppet Show that are currently out on physical media, seasons 4 and 5 don't have releases, at least here in the US. Superboy, the complete first season, that has 4 seasons, I believe, and I'm not really on the hunt for those, but be nice to have, I guess. Clarissa Explains It All, season 1. I don't have a lot of history with Clarissa. I think I saw an episode or 2 airing on Nick at Night when I was bored at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Season 7, 9, and 11 of Duck Dynasty. The library had seasons 8 and 10, so I didn't need them on physical media. Be nice to have them one day, though. Spider-Man, the new animated series. If you don't know about this show, it was produced between Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and Neil Patrick Harris voices the web slinger. It's 13 episodes long. Clerks, the animated series. That's the entire show. It only lasted 6 episodes. My Simpsons sets, we've got season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. I'm missing season 7. Huh. Okay, I guess I found 8 on like clearance or something. And then this complete series, Revenge. I remember seeing ads for this years ago on like ABC whenever I would watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., whenever that was airing television. I'd see ads for this all the time. And I never really thought about like, hey, what's this show about? I found the whole series for cheap at Half Price Books. And apparently the 4th season wasn't produced a lot, so it's pretty expensive on the secondary market. And now, folks, we've come to our final shelf. This shelf should look familiar to you because it was in my room for years. Then it moved out into the hallway. And then when I got that cube shelf, it moved down here. It is now a storage shelf, and it will be used in Hope and I's future home. But now it serves the same purpose as that shelf, just overflow. I have 2 seasons of Once Upon a Time up here. I think I found those for cheap at Half Price Books. The library has the entire series of Once Upon a Time, so I didn't need to pick up the rest. I should probably get rid of those. I don't need to keep those around. There's the other 3 seasons of Quantum Leap, so I do in fact have the whole show. Fantastic Four, the animated series. Iron Man, the animated series. Kind of a controversial release here. RoboCop, the series. I think I paid too much for this. I think I paid like $30 for it at Barnes & Noble because I wanted to watch the show, and it's not streaming anywhere. This was from like a smaller company. It was one of their first physical media releases ever, and man, it shows, because the episodes for this show, at least on DVD, look like they were taken straight from a VHS tape. The Blu-ray I've seen looks actually pretty good, but the episodes are cropped. The show was filmed in 4:3, and the Blu-rays, while they do look great, are cropped to 16:9, so you're missing a good chunk of the picture there. Futurama, the complete run of the first series there. Got Volume 1, that Master of the Lemons convinced me to buy while he was here in town. I guess you can blame Lemmy for getting me into Futurama. I do, at least. Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the original first 5 seasons. Futurama's run is a bit complicated. It has 5 seasons included in these 4 volumes here. The episodes are all out of order. And technically it's only 4 seasons, but it was aired as 5. There's a whole thing about it over on the It Was a Shit Show channel. You can check that out and see the history of it. Then we've got the TV movies. Technically season 6 of the show. We have Bender's Big Score, The Beast with a Billion Backs, Bender's Game, and Into the Wild Green Yonder. This one's the only one I have on Blu-ray, and it's the Futurama movie I like the least. And then we've got the run from Comedy Central, volumes 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that is season 6 through 10, I believe. Although, if you put these on Plex, it's actually season 6 and 7, because they group all those episodes together into 2 seasons. I don't know why. Plex is kind of frustrating like that, but that is season 6 through 10. You got Hey Dude, season 1, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, season 1, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show box set from Shout Factory. I believe that's just the first season, not the complete series. Reno 911, seasons 1 through 4, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2003. So happy that this show finally got a complete series set. Paramount made us wait so long for this show to finally come out in a complete format, and definitely is not a perfect set. The TV movie that's included here is Turtles Forever, and it's in piss poor quality, but hey, you get the full series. So just keep your DVD of Turtles Forever, I guess that's what I'm going to do. So folks, that is it. That is my entire TV show collection for 2024. Let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed this, if you'd like to see another installment of it next year. I will definitely take into account all of your all's feedback and then how this does view-wise. I need to get ripping is really what this boils down to. The earlier portion of me showing all the stuff that I haven't got ripped yet, I was like, damn, I have a lot of stuff that's not on my media server yet that I bought specifically to put on my media server. I gotta get working is really what I'm gathering here. So guys, next week is the big one, the one that everybody looks forward to every year. Although this year I'm not sure if it's changed much. There's maybe a couple new things. It's the Thomas and Friends Home Media Collection video. You guys really enjoy it. I've made you wait long enough. Next Saturday, that's when that's going up. And then that will round out collection month for 2024. So once again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Good night, everybody.